I'm filming this on a Tuesday. If I'm filming on a Tuesday, you can put money on it that I'm a little hungover. Hi friends. The new bodysuit finally came in the mail, and the neckline really loves to highlight my scoliosis. We are continuing on today with the palette potential series on the Noctex Cosmetics Antiquity Palette. And from the first video in this series, I asked you guys to leave in the comments which colors you would like to see next. And there was kind of an overwhelming response. Literally 100% of you wanted to see the navy blue, which I was going to save for the end of this series, but I gotta give the people what they want. So today we are going to be focusing mostly on this shade here. I do have an idea of what I want to do. Honestly, I love that I got so many responses. It was very heartwarming. I'm just really glad that people, you know, are invested. I'm also so happy that you guys still enjoy this series. Every time one comes around, I always get someone going, oh yay, another palette potential. I'm so excited. So that is very encouraging. Thank you so much. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you have no idea what palette potential is, please go check out the full playlist down below in the description box. Also, I will link the first video in this specific palette series up here. And without further ado, I think we should just get on with it. If that sounds like fun to you, then please keep on watching and let's get started. Ooh, she's ghostly. I need to figure out how the white balance thingamajig works. Like, if you've noticed that my white balance is always just a little bit off every now and then, I know. I'm a hair's breadth away from becoming part of the AdSense program. So I'm thinking it's gonna happen within the next couple of uploads. So I'm not really sure if this is the one that's going to start having ads on it, but if it does, yay. If not, share with your friends so that I can be part of the AdSense program. We're so close. So I wanna center the look around this navy blue. I did a look a little while back in the Halloween casual series I did last year, where I did this really dark concentrated black smoky eye. I'll link it up here. I still to this day think that is one of my best eyeshadow looks I've ever done on the channel. And so this navy definitely makes me want to do something very similar, something very concentrated, very dark and deep, but also this color reminds me of the night sky. And so I'm hoping I am going to be able to pull off a little bit of a starry night kind of vibe here, because there's also this gold shade here. And I want to see if I can try and make this work by just tapping it out really sparingly and not making it super opaque so that it looks a little bit more like stars. Let's just go ahead and slap on some eyeshadow primer. So for the transition shade, it was a toss-up between a nice complementary yellow mustard into some warmer neutrals and then into navy, or if we stuck with the blues here. And part of me knows that like there's no other way I'm going to use this blue in the palette for this series. So I think I want to do all of my transitions with the blue today. So I'm going to take Aristocrat and just start to lightly tap it into a shape. And I've been into accentuating the inner corner lately. I do think I want the shape to take more of a downward angle here to make it less vampy and more romantic. This shadow packs a ton of pigment. You can see on the brush there, picks up quite a lot. So I'm trying to be careful. This brush might be a bit too big for the job, but so far it's fine. All right, let's switch up to a smaller brush just to get right into this little spot here. Definitely some fallout happening with this brush. Well, that's there forever. I think the brush was just a touch too spiky. Okay, we'll take that under on the lower lash line, but for now, I want to just see what happens if we start piling this on. It's a very foreboding and intimidating shade, but we're gonna just see what happens. So let's just start packing this onto the lid. This is about as dark as you can get before it's just black, and it is very powdery. There's a ton of kick up in the pan. I am now coming to the realization that I should have done my eyes first today, but here we are. It's working though. Let's fill the rest of this in. Working it right down into the lash line. I mean, that's a That's a color. This is exactly what I imagined it would look like. Now I'm gonna try and blend it up into the blue, kind of with whatever's left on the brush. What a color. That is wild. You should see the palette though. It is like, I don't know if you can see the fallout situation. However, it's kind of crazy. I'm really liking that blend though. That is nice. Trying so hard not to go overboard with this shade though. With this, you could break bad real quick. I'm gonna go back into Aristocrat, go over the edges. It does feel like these two shades were meant to be used together. I mean, they blend together perfectly. I feel like this look is going to have to be very freckle heavy, thanks to the ever increasing amount of fallout that is happening on my face. Okay, we're at a place. This is a place we are at. Let's start building up that lower lash line. Ooh, wow. And that's without eyeshadow primer. Like, that performed just as good. Now going into Aristocrat and blending that out. Okay, so this got real dramatic real fast. Just taking a clean brush and going over these edges. This is very close to what I was imagining. I'm pretty happy with how opaque that shadow is. It's quite dark, so I'd say it's very true to what it looks like in the pan. Oh, I wish I had a navy liner and I don't. Oh, that'd be so good. So I think I'm gonna focus frame on the inner corner. It's quite dark. I will probably layer up a bit of highlight in there later on, but I am gonna drag that down here onto the inner third of the lower lid. I'm gonna see what happens if I just start pulling it up really lightly from that inner corner. Yeah, see how it kind of acts as a bit of a topper? It's almost undetectable, but I do really like that really subtle gold shimmer on top. I think I'm gonna keep going with that, but I'm gonna find a different brush. And then just very lightly brush the gold over top. Oh, yes, exactly that. Oh my God, it worked. That is so pretty. I don't know if it's picking up at all on camera, but 'tis gorgeous. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do this on the other side. Hopefully not make a huge mess. Clean up all the fallout on my face. Throw on some freckles to camouflage the stuff that I couldn't clean up. Put on some lashes. And when I come back, we will finish the rest of the look. Other side is done. Lashes are on. These are Alter Ego by Boldface. I know I wear them all the time. I'm still not sick of them, so you're gonna have to deal with it. The other side went really smoothly, actually, and I think I did a little bit of a better job blending everything on that side. Like, this side is looking just a little bit patchy just up in here, and I think that has a lot to do with just me over blending. I am loving the effect that frame has just as a topper over that really deep navy. It's so magical up close. Like, I wish you could see it in person. Okay, now for blush and the rest of the face. I think I know what I want to do for highlight, but I still not quite sure what to do about blush and lips. So let's have a gander. I mean, I could just use the same blush I use every single time, you know? Okay, here's the plan. I don't want to distract from the eyes in this look. I want everything to be like pretty neutral because I want the eyes to be where you're drawn to. I want them to shine through in this look. My first thought was yellow blush to go with the gold, and I also did a little bit of yellow gold inside the waterline with these two creme gel liners from Colourpop, but I feel like it's a bit too on the nose, and also I still want this look to live in the realm of beauty makeup, so I'm using the same gosh darn blush I use every single time. See what happens if I layer just like a little bit of Carnival on top, kind of just on the tops of the cheeks. That's nice, I like that. For highlight, I want to start with Metal Moon because it does read very gold. I know it looks very white in the pan, but it has quite a strong gold shift to it. And And then to layer on top of that, just on the very high points, I'm going to dip into the Pixi X Rach Loves palette and hit up just a tiny amount of Clutch. And I think I'm gonna take that into the inner corner here as well, just to brighten it up ever so slightly. All right, moving on to lips. I think I'm gonna do a combo, but first let's just quickly line. And then I think today I'm going to do a little combo of Black Moon liquid lipsticks. First one I wanna do is Dusk. And then I think just on the center, I wanna go in with Cider, just to tie in that gold yellow. Let's spray her down. Oh my God, I just wiped my table down and like there's just this film of dark blue eyeshadow everywhere. All right, folks, this is it. This is the finished look and I really like it. I like that it's a little creative. It turned out pretty much how I envisioned it, which is really nice. And I never thought to use a shimmer in this way before, you know, because this shimmer formula isn't all that opaque. You kind of can dust it on top of something and still see the shadow underneath shining through. This shade was freaking impressive, guys. It's messy, I will give it that. It got all over my face. If you're gonna use this shade, I would absolutely do your eyes first because I learned the hard way. But holy cow, it's so opaque and so dark and so concentrated. It's like Vanta Navy. And also I didn't need any sort of dark base to go underneath. And I feel like I don't have any other eyeshadow like this, which is weird to say because it's just a navy blue, but like, it's just special. I don't know how else to put it. And blended beautifully with Aristocrat, but this look just turned out so ethereal. Like I honestly wish you could see what it looks like in person. So yeah, that is look number 2, all complete with the Antiquity palette. For the final one, I'm probably gonna do a basic to bold, which will give you 2 looks for the price of 1. I like throwing in a basic to bold at the end of each series because you really get to see the palette perform in the way that you're probably going to use it most often. But because that usually doesn't warrant its own video, I also like to contrast that with something bold and out there. I'm really excited to dive into this yellow, this green. I think the next video is going to be a good time. But so far, this is definitely my favorite look that I've done with the palette. I want to know what you think though. Let me know your thoughts. Also, did I satisfy your need to see this navy blue in action? I just want to know if this is what you wanted. And I think that's it. So I'm gonna head out. But before I do, let me rattle it off to you real quick. Here are the many ways you can help out my channel. You can give this video a huge thumbs up. You can comment down below what you thought of everything. You can subscribe. Maybe by the time this comes up, I will have hit 2K. If not, we are so close. Again, I'm this close to getting AdSense. So now more than ever, engagement is so crucial, especially for a small channel like mine with a small audience. Also tell a friend. Telling friends is also helpful. You can follow me on other social media. I will leave those right there. If you want to see more chatty behind the scenes, get ready with me type videos, please go check out my Patreon. Also, out of the goodness of your heart, if you just want to support an artist. And there's a bunch of petitions for you to sign down below in the description box. And I think that is everything. All right, folks. With that, please stay safe, stay sane, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can. Just keep doing your best, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.